In this presentation, I'll be showing you how to capture screenshots in Windows using the Snipping Tool and the Snip and Sketch tool. The Snip and Sketch is going to be the replacement for the Snipping Tool in the future updates of Windows 10. They basically do the similar thing right now. Snip and Sketch does allow you to crop where the Snipping Tool does not. The Snipping Tool can be located under the Windows menu. If you go all the way at the bottom, down under W's, and go under the Windows accessories, down there you'll see the Snipping Tool here. I've added them both on my toolbar. If you want to do that, you do a right click on it and then say more, and then you can say pin to taskbar. Right now it's already pinned. And the Snip and Sketch is located under by itself under the S's, and it's right here, Snip and Sketch. You can do the same thing. You can add it to your taskbar if you want to add it to your taskbar. I use it so frequently, so I've added it to my taskbar. So I've got the Snip and Sketch here, the Snipping Tool here, and the Snip and Sketch here. So we'll first go into the Snipping Tool. You can see here that it's going to be moving under the Snip and Sketch in the near future. So this allows you to do a screenshot, or you can do a rectangle, or you can do freehand. This kind of both of these tools kind of replace the old way of screen capturing, where you would use your control key and on your keyboard and hit the print screen button. But this has a little more flexibility of what you can do. You can still do a full screen. So you can do a free-form snippet, rectangular, window snippet, and a full screen snippet. You can also set the delay. So if you need to prepare yourself before you do the snippet, you can set a delay to it as well. And you do have other options here. Pretty much is everything's turned on for me except for the hidden instructions text. So first thing I'll do is come over here, and when you're using the tool, hit new. You can actually select what you want, and that will be what is snipped from the screen. So you can basically do anything you want. This is freehand. If I go into rectangular, and it's rectangular. You can also go into the window snippet and say new. I can select this window here, and it's going to snippet the whole window of that application that I'm using. So that's basically the three different modes. There's a fourth one, full screen, so I can do a full screenshot of the whole windows as well, as you can see there. So every time that you do a snippet and you snip the screen, as you've seen me do it several times, I'll do another one on a rectangular, and if I do another one and say new, it does not automatically save this one. So you're going to have to do a file, save as, to keep that one. If it's not what you want, you can just do a new and replace that with what you want. So you've got different options and how you can do that and save it. The other thing that you can do is you can actually copy that, and you can put it pretty much in any applications. You can say paste in Word or or PowerPoint, any of the Office applications. You can also go into your email and you can paste it into your email as well. It comes in a large size, so you can reduce the size to whatever you want, and you'll have it in that email. If you save the file into a save as, you can save it as different images formats. So you can choose from the MPG, the GIF, a JPEG, or you can save it as an HTML file as well. But I find it useful that when I usually screenshot something, it's because I want to put it in a Word document, or I want to put it in an email and send it. There are occasions where I want to save the file and use it later in a presentation or something. One of the options you can do is also send it in email as the body of the text or as an attachment. I have Microsoft Outlook, so it opens up an email and puts the image inside the email as an image. I could have done an attachment and an attachment for that. So I prefer to cut and paste it myself than usually I have an email that's already started and I want to add it to it. But that is one of the ways. It doesn't always work in all email systems, depending on the kind of email system that you use. If you're a browser type of email, that it may not or may work. It depends whether or not you have an email already composed. So there are several different options you can do with the caption. After you've screenshot it, you can use a red pen or any of the different colors, or customize your color, and you could underline things. You can also go over here and do a highlight, and it will highlight. And you've got an eraser. The eraser doesn't erase any part of the image. It will only erase what you have done related to adding a pen or highlighting. And so if I want to remove that highlighting, I want to remove that underline, you can do that. It also has the option to edit the image in 3D Paint or Paint 3D, and then you could manipulate the image further in this application as well. So that's basically the functions of the snipping tool. And if I get out of this, it's going to ask me to save it or not. I'll say no, and I'll go into the Snip and Sketch here. It works similar to that, and again, I said it has a couple more features that the other one doesn't do. You still got a 3 or 10 second delay. Once you start it, you've got your options to tell it what you want, whether it's rectangle, freehand, or a window snippet. If I want to snip the entire window, it will snip that window. And there's the entire window. So I've also got the same different options as if I go into new. You can do the full screen snippet as well. If I go into the full screen snippet, say new, full screen, it's going to do that full screen as an image. You've got the similar things. You can highlight things. put a red marker, as well. You've got the erase tool where you can erase the objects. You've also got a pencil here that you didn't have in the snipping tool. You've got a ruler if you need to measure something for size, and you also got a protractor as well if you need to use a protractor. Just reselect them and it'll turn it off. So the Snip and Sketch also has a cropping tool where you can actually crop it to what you want, which makes it nice. I don't have to go into Paint and Edit and actually crop it, which I used to do in the early days. And you just check mark it, say I'm finished with the crop, take you back to the main application. Again, you could save it, you can zoom it in and out to look at it. You can copy it, so you can paste it if I wanted to copy it and put it in Word. And you've got other settings as well. That was the share button, so you could share that image if you wanted to share it as well. And you can print from here. There are times where I will snippet something off of the screen, I'll print it, I'll never save the file. It's just that something I wanted to print. So that gives you an overview of the snipping tool and the snip in Windows 10. Snipping tool, I believe, came out in Windows Vista. The Snip and Sketch, I believe, came out in Windows 10. If you don't see the Snipping and Sketch under the menu, when you go to the snipping bowl and say try Snip and Sketch, it probably will add it to your Windows 10 if you currently do not have it. So again, that's an overview, and hope you've learned something and find that useful for the future. Thank you.